Right then, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, hello wherever you are. My name is Paul, I'm also called Knick-Knack. I am the brains behind the daily teaser, which you'll presumably find up here once I can get the little white hive inserted into this video. I also talk about movies I've seen, although I've not seen one in a while. I like letting you know what I think of them. And I also watch TV shows. A few weeks back, I finished watching season 3 of Star Trek Discovery, and I started last week to watch season 2 of The Mandalorian. You can probably find my original version again in the little eye. I'll have the playlist up for that. But I've also started to watch it and started to talk about it. And last night I saw episode 2, and I wanted to tell you about that. Let's kick off with what I thought. Episode 2, Episode 2, or Chapter 10, The Passenger, shows us the Mandalorian, Pedro Pascal, heading back to Mos Eisley, only to be hijacked on the way by bounty hunters trying to kidnap the child. Defeating them and reaching Mos Eisley, the Mandalorian meets Peli Motto, played by Amy Sedaris, who's in the middle of a very high-stakes card game against a giant insect creature called Dr. Mandible. The good doctor has a favour and some information he wants to do for the Mandalorian. The doctor's got a client. The Mandalorian can take a client of Mandible's to a moon called Trask, where her spawn can be fertilised. In return, the client and her husband can point her at the Mandalorians. The only catch is the Mandalorian can't go through hyperspace to get there. He has to avoid New Republican entanglements, and he has to persuade the child not to eat the eggs. If you can avoid crashing on an ice world and getting eaten by giant spider creatures, that would be a bonus. Now, what did I think of this episode? What did I see of it? What did I take away from it? What kind of artistic thing was I looking at? Well, for a start, I don't know if it's art, but I liked it and thoroughly enjoyed the episode. And I've got to admit, last night when I was watching it, I was seriously tempted to watch the next episode, Chapter 11, The Heiress, straight away. The only thing stopping me, of course, was simply the fact I only wanted to do one review at a time. Doing two would be a little bit much. You can't, I think, or at least I hope you can't blame a buddy for wanting to hit the sack. The fact I was tempted, though, tells me a couple of things. Firstly, and obviously, again, the episode, much like Chapter 9, the first episode of this new series, the episode itself was a good series. It's entertainingly told. The world building, which always grabs me, again, is good. There's a couple of little Star Wars variations on well-known themes, for example. There's a nod at Doctor Who. They've got an intelligent creature that looks like an Earth creature. The frog lady client looks like a frog, much like the Jadoon in Doctor Who look like rhinos. The other sort of maybe bit of homaging is that the episode includes giant spider creatures, which are, I think, much like last week's sandworm nod, are a nod at Shelob, the giant spider in Lord of the Rings. So that was something there. It's a little bit of a reference spotting, and I'm pretty sure there's more of them that I've quite probably missed. God knows where they got the idea of the child eating the eggs, but it's an amusing little comedy notion, and it's possibly something they've frankly homaged again. Nobody nicks. Real artists homage. At any rate, the other thing I was looking at was quite simply that, by the looks of things, The Passenger is the first half of a two-part tale. And it looks like Chapter 11, Episode 3, whatever you want to call it, The Heiress, the next chapter, it looks exactly that. It looks like the second part of a two-part tale. Frankly, I'm going to be watching that episode next Saturday on the 20th of February. I'll be writing about it afterwards, and I'll have the video up as well. I hope you'd care to join me next week. That's when I'll be watching it. Until then, take care. Thank you for watching, and don't fall off the bus. Have a good day.